All right, let's talk about the part of golf that can make or break your entire round, the short game. Today, we're diving deep into a piece of gear that claims it can be a total game changer when the pressure is really on.
You know the feeling, right? You're standing over a crucial chip, the pin's right there. And that little voice in your head, is it brimming with confidence or is it just screaming, don't chunk it, don't scull it? Yeah, we've all been there. Well, this club right here, the Callaway CB Wedge, promises to swap that dread for some serious confidence. It's built from the ground up to help you hit those shots you're picturing in your mind. So the big question is, does it actually deliver?
Okay, so first things first, let's really get into the weeds on this one, the short game dilemma. And man, this quote just hits the nail on the head. We've all been there. It should be a simple up and down, but finding any kind of consistency can feel absolutely impossible sometimes. It's so frustrating, and it can totally wreck a scorecard on an otherwise great day. But here's a thought. We're so quick to blame our swing, right? Or our nerves. But what if the problem isn't just you? What if the club in your hands is a huge part of the equation? That's the core idea we're digging into today. The idea that the right wedge could actually be the key to unlocking your short game. So does this thing actually have the goods to back up that claim? To figure that out, we've got to pop the hood and look at the tech inside this club. Okay, so this is the secret sauce. And these aren't just a bunch of fancy marketing terms. Every single one of these, the forged steel, the milled face, the bounce, is designed to do something very specific. We're talking better feel, more spin, and ultimately, more control. Let's kick things off with one of the most important, but maybe most misunderstood, features of any wedge, the bounce. So what the heck is bounce? Look, if you've ever just kind of nodded along when someone talks about bounce, you are definitely not alone. The simplest way to think about it is this. It's what stops your wedge from digging into the ground like a shovel. It's the angle on the bottom of the club that helps it glide through the turf or sand, giving you that pure, crisp contact we're all chasing. And this is exactly why bounce isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's all about matching it to where you play. You play on courses with fluffy sand and thick rough, high bounce is going to be your best friend. It'll just glide right through. But if you're dealing with firm turf and tight lies, you're going to want that low bounce for more precision. And that's a key thing here. The CB12 gives you those options. Okay, but making clean contact is only half the battle, right? You also need the ball to stop. And that's where this face comes in. Just look at it. Those grooves are precision milled to be incredibly sharp. Their entire job is to grab the cover of that golf ball at impact and just generate a ton of spin. We're talking about that hop and stop action that lets you attack the pin. All right, so the technology sounds pretty amazing on paper, but you and I both know that's one thing. How does it actually perform out on the course when you've got a real shot to hit? This is where it all comes together in what's being called the performance trifecta. Think of it like a chain reaction. First, you've got that soft forged steel, which gives you incredible feel. That feel gives you confidence. Then the milled grooves deliver maximum spin for stopping power. And finally, the whole design is stable and versatile, giving you total control. That's the magic formula for turning a decent shot into a tap-in. And listen, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just marketing speak. The proof is in what actual golfers are saying. A whopping 85% of people who bought this wedge gave it 4 or 5 stars. That's a huge number, and it tells you that for most players, this club is absolutely delivering the goods. And here's something else that's super important. It's not just a fair weather club. Those grooves are designed to channel moisture away, so you still get great spin on those early morning dewy lies. The wide sole is a lifesaver in the stand, and the head shape is built to slice right through the rough. It's basically designed to be your go-to reliable weapon no matter what kind of trouble you find yourself in. So we've broken down the tech, we've talked about the on-course performance. Now it's time for the final verdict. Let's figure out if the Callaway CB12 is the right wedge for you. Okay, let's just lay it all out. Pros and cons. On the pro side, you've got this amazing soft feel, tons of spinning control, and just a beautiful premium look. But no club is perfect for everyone. On the flip side, it's not the most forgiving club out there if you miss the center. The price point is a little higher, and your custom options are a bit limited. It's all about trade-offs. So who is this club really for? Well, it sits in a really interesting sweet spot. It's perfect for that intermediate golfer. You know, the player who's ready to graduate from their first game improvement set. You want more precision, more feel, but you're maybe not quite ready for the razor's edge of a pure muscleback blade. This wedge gives you that feel and rewards good shots, but it won't absolutely crucify you for a small miss.
Which brings us right back to where we started. So, could this actually be your secret weapon?
When you boil it all down, what the Callaway CB12 really brings to the table is a killer blend of feel, control, and versatility. It's all wrapped up in a package that's designed to do one thing above all else: inspire confidence when you're standing over the ball. And really, that's what it all comes down to. The tech is great, the design is beautiful, but in golf, confidence is everything. So the real question for you is this: could the confidence you get from having a wedge like this in your hands be the one thing you're missing to finally truly own your short game?